What is a photocell sensor? And why we use it for turning on street lighting and external lighting in factories and highways?
Hi and welcome to Electrical Engineering Planet with you, Engineer Ahmed Mustafa, and today we will learn how to use photocell sensor. What is photocell? How to use it? How to wire it to turn on one lamp. Also, how to turn on multiple lamps with it. Consider subscribing to Electrical Engineering Planet channel to support our community. Also, don't forget to share, like, and let knowledge enlighten your world.
Photocell sensor is an LDR sensor or lighting dependent resistor. It's a variable resistor which changes with the amount of light. And this resistor is integrated inside an electronic circuit to detect light and turn on and off an internal switch which will be used to turn on and off lamps. At daylight, a huge amount of light will be detected which will reduce the amount of resistance and will make the electronic circuit to turn off the switch. But at night, no light will be detected, which will increase the amount of resistance and will make the electronic circuit to turn on the switch. Let's now start wiring one lamp and turning it on and off with the help of photocell sensor. After that, we will use photocell sensor to turn on and off an electrical contactor, which will help us to turn on and off a complete lighting system. But before we start, let's zoom in here and read the nameplate of this photocell sensor. As you can see here, it's 220 volt and 10 amps. So the output will be only 10 amps. If you have a load with more than 10 amps, you have to use a relay or contactor to supply this power. Here, as you can see, we have black, white, and red cables. The black wire is the line. The white wire is the neutral. So here, this is line and this is neutral. What about the red one? It's the load. So here we will supply this electronic photocell sensor with neutral and line, and the output will be connected to the lamp. So now, let's draw the neutral and the line. This is the neutral, for example, and this is the line. This is neutral and this is line. Now the neutral will be connected to this wire, the white wire. Very good. Also, we will connect this neutral to one terminal of the two terminals of the lamp. Very good. Now the line will be connected, as we read in the nameplate, to the black wire. Very good. Now we have neutral, now we have line. The output will be connected to what? To the second terminal of the lamp. Very good. Now, as you can see, this is the power supply that will be connected to this photocell sensor. And the output will be connected to one terminal of the lamp. The second terminal is a neutral. Now, what if we have a sun? We are on the daylight, and this is the sun. Now, the photocell sensor or LDR will detect a light. And when it detects a light, the resistor will have a very low value. And as we said, we have an internal switch inside. This internal switch inside will be turned off. So this internal switch, which is connected between the black wire and red wire, will be open. So the red wire now will not have an output voltage. So this lamp will not be illuminated. But what if we are now at night? Now there is no sun, there is no light. Now the resistance of this electronic device or LDR photocell will equal to a very high value. So the electronic circuit will cause this switch to be closed. Now the switch is closed means that the black wire is touching the red wire. So there is an output here of a line, and here we have a neutral. So this lamp will be illuminated now because it sees now a line and a neutral. So here, as you can see, we have a light, output light. But what if now we have a daylight again? Now, as we said, if we have a sun again, this sun will cause this electronic device to be opened again, and this will cause this black wire not to touch this red wire, so there is no line here, so this lamp will be turned off again, and so on. Now, what if we have huge lighting system? For example, if this lamp represents too many lamps at the same time, and this lamp represents too many other lamps, and this lamp represents two other lamps. So now if we connect our circuit to line and neutral, and this output will be connected to all those lamps inside this system, this will be too much current. It will be more than 10 amps. So this will cause this electronic device to be burned or to be destroyed. So now we have to use another trick. This trick that we will just use this device to turn on and off this contactor, and this contactor will supply power to all the system. So we will buy this contactor with a specific amount of power to supply all the system, and we just need here this wire to turn on and off this contactor. So now let's say that we will connect a 3-phase power system to this lighting system. The first lamps will be connected to phase R, and the second lamps will be connected to phase S, and the third lamps will be connected to phase T. Now let's see what will happen. Here, let's say that we have a neutral. This is our neutral. And we will have 3-phase system. Red, yellow, blue. Red is used for R phase, yellow for S phase, and blue for T phase. Very good. So here, this is neutral. This is L1, which is R. This is L2. And at the end, this is L3. Now, let's connect first the neutral. Here, as you can see, we will connect this neutral to the white wire, as we read before in this nameplate. And also, we will connect it to the lamps, the complete system of lamps. So here, as you can see, we will connect it to one wire of every lamp. Now all these lamps now are connected to neutral and are waiting for the line wire. Now let's connect this 3-phase system to the input of this contactor. The red wire to the first terminal, the second wire for the second terminal, and the third wire of phase T to the third terminal. Now we have RST, and the output will be connected to the load. Here, phase R will be connected to, for example, this terminal for the lamps, the first lamps, and this one will be connected to the second group of lamps, and phase T will be connected to the last group of lamps. Here, the photocell sensor is still not fully connected. We still have the black wire and the red wire. Here, we will connect the black wire to any of those lines. Any of those lines will be the power supply for this electronic device. For example, I will take it from the first line, which is L1. So let's connect a wire from L1 to supply this device. And the output here will be connected to what? I will connect this output to A1 here inside this device. This contactor have A1 and A2, as you know. A1 and A2 is the coil of the contactor. If it's powered with power, it will close the contactor. When it closes the contactor, it will make the input will be connected to the output. So here the red wire will be connected to the red wire, the yellow wire will be connected to the yellow wire, the blue wire will be connected to the blue wire. Now we are connecting A1 to the output of this photocell sensor. What about A2? We will connect it to neutral. So now let's connect A2 to the neutral. Very good. Now let's simulate our circuit. If the sun now is here, so this switch will be turned off. When it's turned off, this red wire will not have power. So this contactor will be turned off. So the output is equal to 0 now because this contactor is turned off. These lamps will not be illuminated. And this is logic because we have the sun. Now at night we don't have the sun. So there is no light. So this switch will be turned on. When it's turned on, it means that it have now power. So it will energize this contactor. Now, when this contactor is turned on, it means that this wire is touching this wire, and this wire is touching this wire, and the red one is touching the red one. This means that there is an output power here. So the lamps at every group will be turned on. And this is the lighting system. Now all the lamps are turned on because it have power. This group of lamps are now connected to L1 and neutral. This group of lamps are now connected to L2 and neutral. And the last group are connected to L3 and neutral. When the sun comes again, this will be turned off, and this will make this contactor to be turned off, which will make this lamps to be turned off. This is a wiring diagram for a lighting system inside an oil and gas company. As you can see in the legend here, this symbol represents the photocell sensor, which here is EX or explosion proof because we are using it inside an oil and gas company. If you want me to fully teach you exactly how this wiring is working and how we can read it, just write down in the comment section down below the word lighting. Now let's go to the page which we are using inside it, this photocell sensor, and as you can see, this photocell sensor has 3 wires, the black, the white, and the red. Here as you can see, the black wire are connected to the line wire, and the neutral is connected to the white wire. The red wire here, or the output wire, is connected to the coil of a contactor called K3. Here as you can see, this symbol is for a contactor coil. This is an auxiliary contactor, K3. This is A1 and A2. A2 is connected to neutral and A1 is connected to, as we see, the red wire. Here, K3, when it's turned on, it will close this auxiliary contact K3. So the power will be moving and will supply K2. What is K2 now? This is the coil of the contactor K2. K2 actually is the main contactor. Here we have R, S, T and neutral. This contactor, when it's turned on K2, it will supply power to all the system of lighting. So to turn on this system, we have to turn on K2. And to turn on K2, we have to turn on K3. K3 will be turned on by the photocell sensor when the light is very low at night, at which here the red light will be sending a signal to turn on K3. K3 will be closed here and it will turn on K2, which will close the main circuit and will supply power to all the system. Don't forget to share our video, make a like, comment, and also turn on the bell button. We want to grow and improve our community, and you can do this by doing these simple things. Also, you can visit our website electricalengineeringplanet.com for more courses and more blogs. Thank you, see you next time, and bye.